Haven't filed charges against the Nanny BC. The only thing smaller than my peen is my brain. How else do I explain neither of us catching on to this when we don't work outside the home?
Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about me. Yeah, how else how else did neither of us catch on to this? Well, the nanny didn't tell us that she gave our daughter alcohol. My daughter told us that very recently in the past couple weeks. So, there's a reason you don't report people for crimes, and that's when you didn't know that they occurred. So, and this is, to be clear, this is the nanny that we had before April. Yeah. So that's nice. And like, I don't want to oversell it or anything. It's just like a sip of like White Claw or something like that. And I think tons of people who grew up in the 80s, their parents would give them a sip of beer here and there. I don't think it was, that's all that uncommon. That being said, she's not that child's parent, and we would never do anything like that. So it was a little jarring. Where did this come from?
Go now from
my kid's starting to tell me about the person we hired to watch them and take care of them. Rascal on the Moon says, okay, just making sure you weren't having a Bronca Boomer moment online. Lol, what's the sitter's social media? I have no idea. If she's an adult, any pepper links for research? No, I don't think so. And I don't think you'd want to. That being said, again, I don't want people to bother her or anything, but I just don't mind if people hear that she committed a crime against my children. This is one of the people who was reporting me, for example, or I should say, wasn't part of the report, but was interviewed about the situation, despite not being in the house since mid-February. She didn't disclose this at the time. She may not have known, but there's a February CPS report, and it was against her specifically. We didn't know about it. It's funny that CPS doesn't tell you that that there was a report made against someone who works in your employ about your own children. So that was nice. Thanks to the Candy, Ohio County Child Protective Services for not informing the parents of children or of a child who had a CPS report made on the caretaker that you employ for them. Serial killer. No, this was not April. This is our prior nanny. Prior to April was her name is Cheney. Was the nanny hot? No, she was just a normal person. It was not a hilarious fantasy like it's like, oh, the nanny fantasy.